Ashley, we're with the Love Sessions, we're here with Goc.
Hi, I'm Goc, you're watching the Love Sessions.
Wicked. So, Goc, obviously we have International Women's Day coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think it's something important and that we should still celebrate?
Because we're kick-ass. We can do anything we want, so let's celebrate it.
Hell yeah, that's brilliant. In terms of gender equality, what changes do you think we need to make, whether that be as an industry or as a society, in order to accelerate it? How do we get to a point where we don't need to sit down and make plans?
When we are having conversations about any industry, whether it's in the music industry or outside, and you're not having to refer to an engineer by their gender or a performer by their gender, when it's just they're a sound engineer or they're a performer, that's when we've got past this.
Absolutely.
So I think dropping the male nurse or the female sound engineer, so dropping the gender association with the job, when we no longer say that, then we've addressed this. So if you're somebody that's currently using gender to define somebody's role, start to drop it. Because then that means that we've moved past that and we're accepting that anybody can do anything.
Absolutely. So obviously recently we've had a lot of controversy surrounding festival lineups.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously you have founded ArcTanGent, which has a wickedly diverse lineup. What would you say to the bookers and the festivals that say there just aren't many bands that fit the bill, or that there aren't any female musicians that can do it?
I'm probably going to give you an answer here that you're not expecting.
Sure.
I don't believe in the 50-50 gender split posters.
Okay.
I don't think that's something that we should be striving to do, because I don't feel that it's fully representational of the music industry as a whole. So even though the band on stage might be 4 guys, for example, there will be a number of females, more likely than not, in the team behind them. So whether it's working in PR, whether it's working in production or management or whatever it is. So yes, we do need girls on stage with guitars, because we need role models out there, but just making that represented on a poster, I think, is not the way to address the issue. So I'm going to go back to my earlier point, that we just talk about people in the roles that they do.
Yeah.
Yes, we should be looking to put girls on stages in bands. So if you're comparing 2 bands that are equal in terms of their talent, equal in terms of how many tickets they're likely to sell or how many fans they're likely to bring in, and then you look at your poster and realise that it's very male heavy in terms of performers, then maybe curate the band with a female or females in it, but not to sacrifice the curation of your lineup over it. So yes, I'm all for equal gender split across the music industry, but just representing that lineup poster to me is a little bit like just ticking boxes for the sake of it.
No one wants to be that token musician.
No, and
you want to be based on your talent.
And I think that can be, if you are that token musician, that can be really damaging to a festival lineup if you're not booking the music that you should be booking for your festival. And I also think it's really damaging to the band if you get pigeonholed into, okay, you can play a female festival. Quite frankly, I thought that was full sick. It's not the way that things should be running. So, yeah, gender equality across the whole music industry, not just a nice piece of art with some band names on it.
Absolutely. Out of your whole life, whether it's industry or not, what female has inspired you the most?
I think one of the best pieces of advice I ever got was from a woman called Alison Wellen, and she was one of the founders of the Association of Independent Music. And not long after I'd started my role in ArcTanGent, I was asked to do more and more public speaking. And I was the kid that always got on school reports, must speak out more in class.
Yeah.
And she did a kind of like a workshop on public speaking, and just the way that she delivered her talks was really inspiring. But she also said that if you're asked to be on a panel or you're asked to speak about something, by default you command a certain amount of attention, that you've been asked because of your level of expertise or because of your anecdotes, so therefore you should have the confidence to go out and do that. So for me, I hold her in really high regard for that, and she has done so much with the independent music industry as well, that she's very, very aspirational to me.
That's really wicked. And lastly, what piece of advice would you give to young people watching this interview, just about to start their careers in the music industry? What would you have liked to have heard when you started?
Anything's possible.
Yeah.
So don't let any social barriers stop you from doing what you want to do. If you genuinely want to achieve something, you will find a way to do it. And if you find yourself not achieving that thing, then I would suggest maybe there's a different calling for you. So if you can drop using the word can't, I can't do this because, or I can't do that. Just don't use that word. Just give it a go. there's no harm in trying. If something doesn't quite go to plan, change your plan.
Absolutely. Wicked. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat to us.
No problem, thanks for having me.
Lovely.